There are many ways to define your life. You can determine it by the years you have lived, the people you have met, the accomplishments you've made, the places you've been during certain periods of your life, and so on and so forth. But while many moments are truly under your control, there are also some moments that honestly will only happen once in your lifetime. So, do you know some of them? Allow us to show you 10 things that will happen once during your lifetime.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 10, your birth. Yes, we're going there. Your birth is literally something that only happens once in your lifetime. And in fact, it's arguably the most important thing that happens in your life, because without your birth, you wouldn't exist. After all, the nature of birth is something that is not guaranteed, as many people can attest to. So, for you to have not just been born, but to survive your birth is special. The longer you live, the more that your birth has meaning, which leads to the other first moments. So, while it's very fair to say that you don't remember your birth or your early years of life, they matter, and you should appreciate them. Number 9, experiencing each stage of your life. This one might be a little hard to wrap your head around, so we'll explain it. As you grow and live your life, you experience many phases, from your baby phase to your toddler phase, to being a true child, then a teen, then an adult, and eventually an elder. While these phases may not seem important, they are another way to define your life. And you no doubt have heard people say that they wish they could relive their teen years because they remember them fondly. And that's why this is on the list, because as much as we may wish to be that kid again, or be a young teen or young adult and redo some things, we can't. We have but one life to live with all the stages that come with it. So when you experience some of these transitions, be sure to cherish it. Number 8, Halley's Comet. There are many astronomical events that you'll be able to witness, and witness many times during your lifetime depending on where you are in the world. Shooting stars, certain kinds of eclipses, solar flares, that kind of thing. But Halley's Comet is a different matter entirely. Halley's Comet is known as a short-period comet. It circles the confines of space and then arrives back at Earth every 75 to 76 years. So if you're lucky, you could see it twice in a lifetime, but that would depend on various factors and you living long enough. Many times the comet arrives in certain phases of people's lives, so seeing it twice is impossible. Ironically, only being able to see it once in a lifetime has actually made it one of the most popular things in the universe. In fact, most people make an event of that comet coming back around, and as such, if you are in a certain area, you might get to go enjoy it with other people. If you're curious about when it'll show up at Earth next time, you do have a bit of a wait. The last time it appeared around Earth was 1986, which means that it's estimated to return to Earth around 2061. The fascinating bit about this, though, is that Halley's Comet has been documented in historical texts as far back as 240 BC, and multiple nations, including the Chinese, Babylonians, and even medieval Europe, took note of the comet from where they were. But it was only in 1705 when English astronomer Edmund Halley noted its periodic nature that the comet was truly noted by science, and thus why it's called Halley's Comet. Regardless of the history though, you should go and see it if you're around when 2061 happens. It'll be a memorable experience for sure, so why miss out on it? Number 7, donating a kidney. Your body in many ways is a finely tuned machine, and part of living is making sure that you take care of your body no matter what, especially when injuries happen. However, as you either know or have done, there are various parts of your body that can be donated to help others. A great example is blood. Blood banks and hospitals from all over the world are in need of blood, so if you think you can donate, please do. But that's not a once-in-a-lifetime experience. However, you can donate something in your body in a way that can only be done once. We speak, of course, of donating your kidney to someone in need. For whatever reason, the body has 2 kidneys, and yet you honestly only need one to live. So if you were to put your kidney up for donation, you could save someone's life by giving it while not risking your own body and well-being. But once you do it, you can't do it again, because then you would either die or need permanent dialysis. Maybe your body knew that as it evolved, or as the deity who made the body crafted it. Either way, it's something you should consider. Number 6, monster eclipse. As we've noted, certain kinds of eclipses are very common and can be experienced multiple times throughout your life. When the sun and the moon line up just the right way, they can cause the sun to be blotted out and give a unique visual, one that many have studied and documented over the years. However, one that can most definitely be seen once in a lifetime is the monster eclipse, where other entities cross in front of the sun in a way that cause another kind of unique visual. In this case, we're talking about when Venus aligns with the sun in such a way that for 6 hours, you can see a black dot on the sun as it crosses over it. that tiny black dot really is our sister planet, and the last time we got to see it was 2012. When would you be possibly able to see it again? 2117. Exactly. That's why it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You know, unless you live to be 105. Number 5. Miss Universe. Beauty pageants have been around for a long time. Some might even say too long, but that's another list entirely. But as you know, there are various levels of these pageants, and many take them very seriously, almost too seriously. But again, that's another list. The top of the line, though, is Miss Universe, which has been going on since the 1950s. Women from all over try to show their stuff off to win that special title. There's a lot of pressure that goes into an event like this, but there's even more pressure in the fact that you only get one shot at this, just one. That's it. So if you're not absolutely perfect, you're going to lose and you can't try again. That's why you see a lot of wild reaction from these contestants when they lose because they really wanted to win. Number 4, presidential terms. The US has had a very simple kind of leader known as the president, and ever since George Washington first got the role, each president has served what are known as 4-year terms before re-elections or new elections are done. However, at first, there was no initial law that stated a president had to serve a certain amount of terms before stepping down. George Washington did it for 2 terms because he felt the country needed him, and since that point, it was considered the honorable thing to do, to serve at max 2 terms before stepping down for good. Then, Franklin Delano Roosevelt came along and broke that tradition by doing 4 terms, though he did die not long into that 4th term. Given that and the pressures of being the leader of the free world, Congress passed an amendment stating that you could only serve 2 terms as president, no 3rd term. Keep that in mind when you run for the office. Number 3, chickenpox. Let's talk diseases. Your body has the ability to contract a lot of diseases, both intentionally and not, with one of the earliest ones being chickenpox. Because of how the virus works, you only get it once. Now, it can lead to another once-in-a-lifetime disease called shingles, but that's something else entirely. So should your kids get it, or someone else young or old, it can happen that way, you know gets it, just tell them once they're through, they'll never have to worry about it again. Number 2, your first love. Love is complicated, you knew that, right? But something that you truly only feel once in a lifetime is that first true feeling of loving someone who isn't your family. When you see a guy or a girl you think is special, you feel it. You feel it throughout your entire body. And you don't fully get why you feel that way until you realize it's love. It's a curious thing for sure, especially when you feel love for someone else eventually. But that first time, yeah, that's special. And you always remember your first love. Number 1, your death. We started the list talking about birth, and so it's only appropriate that we end with death. Now yes, you can be clinically dead or even near death in many aspects, even brain dead, in terms of your body being alive but being a hollow shell. But death, true death, is the end. No coming back. Most try to avoid it or delay it, but it will come, and while grim, you should make sure you're ready for it when it comes. So, what do you think? What do you think of these once-in-a-lifetime experiences? Where are you in having experienced some of these things? Which ones are you fine with waiting for? Do you know others that should be on this list? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.